So I am finally able to enjoy some peace. Thank you, Jesus. I mean, this summer, although it's only been like a week and a half, has been nuts. I don't know about you guys, but I want to share about the 24-hour challenge that got my kids arguing for good. Okay, well maybe not for good because they're still arguing, of course, but there was this one thing that really changed the whole dynamic, and I am pretty positive that it is going to change it well into the summer. So stay tuned, and I'm going to share how you can have a better and more peaceful summer as well. Okay, so let me backtrack here for a second. This all started about 3 days ago when my kids and my husband were all hanging out in the spa, and it was constant bickering. And my husband just could not get over it. I was inside because I had actually had enough for the day. I couldn't handle the constant fighting and I want this, no you did this. It had really gotten to me, and I was making dinner, whatever. So my husband said, I bet you guys cannot go 24 hours without fighting. Well, if you know anything about my kids, or even my husband for that matter, they are all about the challenge. They are all about competition, who did better here, who did better there, and that's kind of what got the ball rolling. So he bet that they could not fight for 24 hours. I didn't believe it, he didn't believe it. The kids really wanted candy, and he said I would buy you any kind of candy, or so they say. I wasn't there, so I can't exactly tell you, but they were looking up like gummy worms like this big, and said that if they went to 24 hours, they would not fight. I mean, again, did my husband say that? I don't know, because he does love a good gummy candy every now and again. Me being the holistic nutritionist that I am, I'm like, I have to say what kind of candy it is. I have to put my stamp of approval on it, but I will get you guys something. So I settled on like a healthier version of whatever they wanted, because there are healthier versions. I mean, like keto versions, whatever. One's made with erythritol and monk fruit, but I regress. So back to the 24-hour challenge. It started the next day because, of course, there was fighting into bedtime and whatnot. They're like, no, it starts tomorrow, it starts tomorrow. So, of course, my husband goes off to work. I'm stuck home with the 4 kids. Well, do you know what happens? Slap a challenge on it and my kids will get it done. I mean, the amount of peace that I had that day, I mean, I'm not even gonna say peace, because of course there was like still a lot of crazy rambunctiousness going around, but my kids were fantastic. And to top it off, the one thing that made all the difference was the clip-up chart. So my kids go to a charter school. My son was in 3rd grade this year, my daughter just finished 1st, and they have clip-up charts at school based off behavior. So to put a long story short, kindergarten's 1 through 5, and as they get a little bit older, it only goes 1 to 3 or 1 to 4, I don't recall, and then they just get rid of it entirely. But the kids really do behave so much better when they have some kind of feedback. Because in general, people are people pleasers. I mean, adults are people pleasers and kids are people pleasers. You want to know that you're doing a good job and that your efforts are being rewarded, or at least acknowledged. And so at school, if the kids do something out of the ordinary, extraordinary, they get clipped up. So they start basically on a 3, which is average, and then if they do something really well, they get clipped up to a 4. If they do something like talk out of turn or are just distracting, they get clipped down to a 2, and then it kind of goes up and down from there. So if you're on a 3 all day, that's great. But if you are better than that, my kids would come home so excited. Mom, I'm on a 4 today, I'm on a 4 today, look what I did. I showed this value, or I helped this person. You know, it makes you feel really good as a parent, but it really works at home too. So instead of saying, okay, don't argue again, okay, you need to go pick this up, okay, please listen again, which I hate hearing myself say so many times, you just go, okay, go clean this up and you're gonna get clipped up, or Thank you for helping me set the table. I'm gonna clip you up. Thank you for helping pick up your sister when she fell down. I'm gonna clip you up. So what I did is tell them it was from a 1 to a 10. So that is our summer clip chart, 1 to 10. And granted, I do this mentally because there's so much ups and downs, but to make it even more effective, you can literally have a clip chart and just like a little clothespin or something and to clip up and down on the numbers. That would be the most fun. I should actually do that. I have my kids design their own, like color them, write their names on them, make a clip chart so they can clip up and down. But anyhow, it's just been mental so far. We just started this. But again, 1 to 10, they start on a 5. So they're starting average, you know. You start off in the morning, you are right in the middle. But if you get your cereal without arguing, then I'll clip you up. If you help make your bed, you'll get clipped up. If you don't argue about the show that you want to put on the television, or you let your sister choose the show, or you let your sister choose the game, you go outside and you just start playing, they help clean up the clothes that they left out the night before, all of that, they get clipped up. If they start arguing about stuff or bickering, then I go, okay, you guys, now you're on a 4. And immediately, attitude change. I mean, granted, sometimes they get really upset. I clip them down. No, that's not fair. And I say, okay, do you guys want to get clipped down, or do you just want to do something to get clipped up? And I would say, way more often than not, they do something to clip themselves back up. It has been a total game changer. All right, girls. So tell me about the 24-hour challenge.
It was really good.
Why was it good?
Because we didn't argue a lot. We didn't argue.
You didn't argue for 24 hours. And how did that work?
It was really because we didn't argue, and it felt really good.
It felt really good. And you like doing the clip chart too? Yeah.
Yeah. Because every time we get to a 10, we get a treat.
You get a treat?
Yeah.
So you guys got lots of treats that day for not arguing, huh?
I need my balloon.
Do you think we should do it more often?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I need my balloon.
How about you, Kaya? Do you like the clip chart? What are you on today?
8.
An 8? What are you on today?
A 10.
A 10 for doing what?
Being nice.
Being nice and helpful?
Yeah, little.
So now, you want to know what happened in the 24-hour challenge? They did it. Yes, my kids literally went 24 hours without arguing. I was in shock, and moreover, my husband was in shock. He's like, no, they can have whatever they want. There's no way that they're not going to argue for 24 hours. And they proved us all wrong. So, yes, they got their candy. No, it was not the 5-foot-long gummy worm. I just bought them. Again, some healthier candy. I can include it in the comments if you guys want to know what it is. It really is fantastic. I mean, it tastes like the real thing, and it's way better for you. They think it's the real thing. And best of all, I got them each their own, and they came in 6-packs. So now I have lots of candy to entice them to do these 24-hour challenges more often. Granted, I have not done the 24-hour challenge, gents, and they have not been on their best behavior. But we have done the clip charts, not as often as I should. Sometimes I forget because it's not really a habit yet. So that's the thing. You need to make it a habit, and you need to just tell your kids why they need to behave. I'm all about respecting yourself, respecting others, treating others like you want to be treated, all of those good, kind values, which do help them. But in the end, they like to actually see the recognition for doing something good, like getting clipped up, or the acknowledgement that, I didn't do so hot, but I can turn this around if I make this choice. So there you have it. I hope that helps you guys. I hope you have a nice, peaceful summer like I do out here for the mountains. I will catch